some of the things that we might worry about in terms of human rights. With the Morsi presidency and the Brotherhood, again, as I think David has mentioned, that is under question now that the parliament has been dissolved. Of course, with the Brotherhood, they've paid a lot of lip service to equality and human rights. What would actually happen in practice? I know that there are lots of concerns I've heard about, both from in the news and from Egyptians as well, about, again, political and religious freedom. Minority rights are definitely an issue, and women's rights have been brought up. So I guess the question is, we're dealing with a lot of unknowns here. Without there being a constitution, again, there's a question. Perhaps a Brotherhood presidency might be preferable to a Shafiq presidency if there were a strong constitution in place from the human rights perspective. But because we don't have that, again, there are a lot of unknowns. And I think, as you've all sort of mentioned, for the revolutionary youth and for people who don't want either an Islamist candidate or a return to the old regime, it's a very difficult choice.
Thank you. I'm going to turn to
and also,
get the perspective. Go ahead, Professor Lowe. Go ahead.
If you just allow me to add to Nadia's point, I think yesterday's verdict did play quite well with the strategies of the Muslim Brotherhood, because it attacked more support for them. If you look at the independents, they were hesitant to support the Brotherhood because they said that will be too much power in their hands. So now, since the parliament has been dissolved, most independents and most revolutionaries now have no obstacle, no objection in supporting the Muslim Brotherhood. So that is why when I read the newspapers